Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Grand Wizard of Wrestling with Playboy Buddy Rose. And Mr. Rose with a rather unique lifestyle, no doubt of that. As we saw earlier on, Mr. Rose with a lifestyle that Arnold Skolin, the manager of World Wrestling Federation champion Bob Backlund, hardly agrees with. Bob Backlund himself takes exception to the fact that you would even have the opportunity to become champion.
Are you done talking, or are you just coming up for air? I would like to say something right now. How do you think I got where I'm at? Do you think I got here just by forking out money to this guy and that guy? You've got to win your matches to get where you're at. And I am an undefeated professional wrestler, an athlete that is a human being on this world, and looking you people in the eye, I'm talking to you right now just as much as your heart is beating in your body. I am a man that has earned this right to face Bob Backlund. I did not get it the easy way, as far as people are saying. Yes, I've had a silver spoon, but I have defeated opponents in that ring, which you have seen on television week after week. And if you would just like to look at it again, the Playboy, I can promise you this, is going to defeat Bob Backlund. It's not going to be easy, I know that. But when we get down to the nitty-gritty in the big city, in that squared circle, when we're rolling around in that ring, Backlund, use all the strength you want, because I'm going to outsmart you, and all of a sudden you're going to be pinned, or you're going to give up, and you're going to say, what happened? And it's going to be that belt around my waist. But don't worry, I'll defend it against you again sometime, somewhere, or the next worthy opponent. I'm not a chicken champion.
On the West Coast. We thank you for your time.
You can't be filthy rich and be world champion, too.
The Grand Wizard, Playboy Buddy Rose.
Reggie Jackson.
We thank you for your time. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take you to comments that were made by Bob Backlund as it relates to his title defense in Madison Square Garden. And on the 30th of August, I think we're going to see one of the most determined champions ever. So now let's take you back to comments made by champion Bob Backlund.
You know, Vince, I'm very, very proud to have the WWF title around my waist, and I'm proud of all those people out there and the young kids that I represent and that follow me and look up to the champion. And I look at this Buddy Rose, and I don't think he'd be the type of man that should have the WWF title around his waist. I don't think I would want my child to look at him and say, geez, I want to be like that champion. He's had everything turned over to him on a silver platter. His parents are very, very rich. He got everything the best. He didn't really have to go out there and fight for anything. I had to work on the farm all day and train real hard and battle my way up to the top. And this man it seemed like, you know, he's got all the women around him and everything. There's nothing wrong with that, but it just doesn't. I don't think it would fit in to see him the WWF champion. So by golly, I'm going to do all I can do to keep this right where I'm at.
Rose, on the other hand, claims you don't have the class. He claims that what it's all about, that's the way he acts, the way a champion should act.
Well, Vince, if that's what a champion should act like, I must be wrong then. I must have my head in the wrong place, and a lot of those fans must be thinking wrong too, because they've been good to me and they support me. And let's let those people out there decide who they want to represent them. Let's let them decide.
Unfortunately, though, Bob Backlund's going to be decided in the ring, wrestling-wise, and Playboy Buddy Rose thinks that he's the man that has your number. We'll find out in Madison Square Garden on the 30th. Well, those were comments of Bob Backlund. If we may now, ladies and gentlemen, our guest will be manager Louis Albano, along with Mr. Fuji and Mr. Saito, joining forces with huge Blackjack Mulligan. And in a six-man tag team match, Louis Albano, you have to have so much continuity, as you well know. You have to work just like one cohesive unit, and many would say that Andre the Giant, along with his partners, the Strongbow brothers, have an advantage.
No, they don't, because they don't have the continuity. Andre is basically an individual wrestler. Most of his matches have been done that way. But Blackjack Mulligan has been used to a three-man combat in that ring, six-man combination of 3 and 3. So I feel that Fuji, with the being the master of guidance in that ring, and his intelligence, and with the knowledge of martial arts of Mr. Saito, and then having this big 6'9" Blackjack Mulligan, who is one of a kind we've seen right here on TV, when you actually X out what the man is capable of doing, and we know what he can do with that powerful fist, the hand of his. He's proved it. As a combined effort, I believe it's going to be devastating. I contemplate trouble. Of course, anytime Andre's in there, you've got to have trouble. Andre is the greatest athlete in the world today, alone. But as a combined effort, I believe he'll be confused.